kick off the 2023 season tomorrow night against the Lions and could be without 8-time Pro Bowl tight end Travis Kelce. According to head coach Andy Reid, Kelce hyperextended his knee in practice Tuesday, and his status remains uncertain for Thursday night. Kelce has been extremely durable the last 9 seasons, missing just 1 game for COVID and 2 games for healthy Week 17 scratches. Defensive tackle Chris Jones remains a holdout, with NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport reporting the two sides are not close to negotiating a new deal. Meantime, Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow is trending towards starting Week 1 against the Browns, according to NFL Network insider Tom Pelissero. Burrow has been recovering from a calf strain he suffered in late July. And the Colts plan to employ a running back by committee in Jonathan Taylor's absence. Head coach Shane Steichen says, whoever's got the hot hand, let him ride a little bit. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
From local town councils to Capitol Hill, agents who are realtors are standing up for what's right. We're here protecting property rights, here advocating for the issues that affect our neighborhoods, here championing fair and equitable housing for all. Because we are realtors, bound by a code of ethics, driven to serve our communities. We're here for it all, here for you. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
School on! Stay on!
Back to school is on, and Staples has great prices on everything you need for your best year yet. Save on headphones and laptops. Save on notebooks, pens, and all the essentials. Priced low and still in stock. And right now at Staples, 24-pack Crayola crayons and comp books are only 50 cents each. Plus, select notebooks are just 35 cents each. School on, save on at Staples, where school savings are always in session. Ends 9/16. In-store only. Limit 30.
We are the Imperial Valley. 1230 KXOL Centro, California. Last time I checked, it's a Wednesday, 6th day of September 2023. I'm Carroll in the newsroom. It's Gene. Good morning, Gene.
Good morning, Carroll.
Let's see. Today, let's pretend we're Cheech and Chong, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And for those of you watching on our YouTube channel, you won't be able to see us because of that blue haze hanging over, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So every once in a while, it's our once an occasional feature. We call it Crime Watch on AM 1230. So Suffolk County, New York police were called out Monday after a fight broke out at a wedding. Multiple skirmishes had broken out among the guests at that wedding. After things calmed down, the cops say a man bit one of the officers. You know, the wedding rocked when the something blue is the cops showing up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder if they arrested the guy using, biting somebody.
Yeah.
Is that considered a lethal weapon or?
I think it probably would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, on our birthday list, by the way, today, comedian Jeff Foxworthy, he will turn 65 today. And if you know who Jeff Foxworthy is, you just might be a redneck.
Yep. You just might be.
Yep. Okay. And speaking of birthdays, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Comedian Joanne Worley is 87 from Laugh In and many other things. Bass player, singer Roger Waters of Pink Floyd, 80. Actor Swayze Kurtz, 79, far more on Broadway than on the screen. Comedian, actor Jane Curtin, 76. Actor James Martin Kelly, 69. Actor, comedian Jeff Foxworthy, 65. Actor, comedian Michael Winslow, 65. He's the guy from the movie Police Academy that does all the vocal sound effects.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see, how many Police Academy movies have they made? 65.
Yeah, this week.
Yeah. Guitarist Pal Wakatar of AHA, 62. Actor Betsy Russell is 60. Actor Rosie Perez, 59. Singer Macy Gray, 56. Actor Danielle Gaither is 53. Actor Dylan Bruno, 51. Actor Idris Elba, 51. Actor Justina Machado is 51. Actor Annika Noni Rose, is 51. Actor Justin Whalen, 49. Actor Naomi Harris, 47. Actor Deborah Joy Winans, 40. Actor Lauren Lapkus is 38. Local birthdays coming up.
When a cold comes on strong, knock it out with Vicks DayQuil Severe for max strength daytime relief. Just one dose of Vicks DayQuil Severe starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to none. Power through your day with Vicks DayQuil Severe, the daytime non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, 9 to none medicine. Use as directed.
WeatherGuard, the name that stands for unmatched security in truck boxes, is now making a name for itself on the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series circuit. WeatherGuard is the official sponsor of the safety and security work crews at Speedway Motorsports tracks across the country. Engineered to meet the demands from job sites to race sites, WeatherGuard truck boxes feature double welded seams, weather-tight seals, and high security latches and locks. If it's a job worth doing, it's a job worth WeatherGuard. Learn more at weatherguard.com/truck.
Let's celebrate today's birthdays. Happy birthday, Mary Green, Chris Alvarado, Albert Platero, Michael Gonzalez, Roberta Bird, Virginia Llanes, Albert Rubio, Noah Pipkin, Nicholas Gonzalez, Bobby Valencia, Robert Nangoyan, Irene Sandoval, Luis Eduardo Castellanos, Veronica Garibay, Albert Quintero, Scott Wright, Bruce Anderholt, Christina Farmer, Patty Zazueta, Diane Medina, Charles Rhodes, Marco Garcia, Cynthia Rodriguez, and Sebastian Payares. Happy birthday from Kxo. And many happy returns. Let's see. Let's look back in history. On this date in 1522, one of Ferdinand Magellan's 5 sailing ships returned to Spain, completing the first successful circumnavigation of the world. Proving the world is round. Only 15 of the original 265 sailors made it back from the journey. Yeah, think about that. I mean, incredible,
Yes.
5 ships started out, 1 made it back, and out of 265 sailors, 15 were at the end of the trip. And by the end of the trip, that probably was really one heck of a depressing conga line, right?
Mm-hmm. But who can prove that this happened?
Yeah, the earth is flat. We all know that.
Who could prove that?
Yes. Okay. I'll talk to my granddaughter because Emily Ann is teaching ancient history in middle school in Lawrence, Kansas.
Okay.
She would know.
Well, she probably would.
Yes. She's 1 week into the job. So.
She hasn't thrown up her hands in the air yet.
Not yet. Okay. Are you ready for news?
News, I'm ready.
We have a look at World and California news headlines to begin with. It is brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. Lock, your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News Brief. Officials in Ukraine say a new Russian shelling attack has killed at least 16 people, including a child, at a market in the east. The BBC's Paul Adams has seen the images from Kyiv.
Some awfully graphic aftermath with debris in the street, blood on the street, and bodies also lying out in the open.
It comes the same day as a visit by Secretary of State Blinken, who's announcing $1 billion in new U.S. assistance. This ring true for you?
Scientists say this year's Northern Hemisphere summer has produced the hottest month ever, July, with August running a close second.
CBS's Elaine Cobb from the Foreign Desk. The Rolling Stones will release their first album of new music in 18 years this October.
Don't get angry with me. I never caused you no pain.
In a YouTube interview, Mick Jagger says the disc has love songs, ballads, and country music, too. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. Scare at an Oakland high school Tuesday. Reports of shots fired leading to a campus lockdown at Skyline High. 4 students detained, 2 arrests.
Officers conducted a methodical search of the campus, and thankfully, there were no reported injuries.
Oakland Police Captain Jake Bassett now discussing what led up to the shooting. An animal rights group wants SeaWorld in San Diego to release a nearly 60-year-old killer whale. Protesters asking for Corky, the oldest whale in the theme park, to be released to a sanctuary in Canadian waters.
There are no holidays for any of the animals at SeaWorld. The 8 orcas that are held in captivity here never get a day off.
SeaWorld has said in the past moving the older whale would be a health risk. Former Price is Right host Bob Barker reportedly died from Alzheimer's disease, according to TMZ, which obtained his death certificate. The outlet reporting the document says Barker's death came years after his Alzheimer's started. Gas prices up 2 cents to $5.34 a gallon. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair, for replacement, you call the experts. Your friend in the business, Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
Have you ever noticed that when the afternoon light hits your floors, you can see everything, including dust?
So much dust.
And that floor dust gets kicked up into the air, compromising the quality of air you and your family breathe. Swiffer Heavy Duty Sweeper is the fast and easy way to clean your floors with ultra-thick pads that trap and lock dust before it gets in the air. Just a couple minutes a day,
And dust is gone.
Swiffer Heavy Duty Sweeper. Proud partner of the American Lung Association.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who pay attention to every little detail. The ones who fuss, tinker, and sweat the small stuff. Because you know the tiniest thing can make the biggest difference when it comes to keeping business moving. We get it. We're the same way, offering access to product experts to help you quickly and easily find what you need. So whatever your industry, you know you're always getting professional grade products. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, 3 locations in the Valley at El Centro Motors, at the Imperial Valley Mall, and in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Wednesday morning, the Imperial Irrigation District has updated information on repairs to storm-damaged systems. On Friday, September the 1st, a severe thunderstorm brought high winds, rain, and flooding to Imperial Valley. The heavy rain flooded the east side main canal near Nyland with runoff from the mountains. That included water and silt. A 1/2 to 1 mile section of the canal became clogged and overran the canal banks, flooding the community of Nyland. District crews worked through the weekend to clear the tons of desert silt and sediment and restore the east side main canal to service. That task was expected to be accomplished by the end of yesterday. IID's Energy Department also toiled through the holiday weekend as district crews and contractors worked to restore power lines that were down and poles that had toppled. According to the IID, while some transmission and distribution poles and lines remain down, all distribution power outages from the storm have been resolved. Well, a suspected robber is chased down. Gale filed this story.
They were responding to a report of a strong-armed robbery. Police were told the suspect committed a battery on a Walmart employee before fleeing in a white Toyota with stolen items. The vehicle was reportedly being driven by a woman. Police located the vehicle at 8th and Pico in El Centro. Patrol units attempted to stop the vehicle in the 1400 block of Euclid. Police saw a man jump out of the vehicle and run away. The man ran across Imperial Avenue and into the Smart and Final parking lot. Police were able to apprehend the man in the parking lot. He was arrested at gunpoint. Suspect was identified as 30-year-old Daniel Gaspar. Vehicle was stopped on Euclid. Female driver apparently was not arrested. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
KXO News Time, 7:43.
Before you head out on the road, head into El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. Ask for the works. Trained technicians will change the oil using up to 6 quarts of synthetic blend oil. Change the filter, rotate the tires, top off the fluids, check the belts, hoses, battery, and brakes, all for one low price. It's the works at Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, at El Centro Motors, the Imperial Valley Mall, and the Brawley Auto Center, or with their new mobile service wherever you are.
Continuing with more local news, the IBEDC adds to their partner resources. George Gale explains. The Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation announced the partner. IBEDC says they are a proud partner of Cleantech San Diego and Southern California Energy Innovation Network Program, a free program for startups that are developing solutions to help California meet its energy goals. The program provides access to resources and facilities of regional partners in order to accelerate the commercialization of emerging technologies. For a list of program services and other information, you can contact the IBEDC. That concludes this edition of Local News. Stay with us for Page 2.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations right here in the Imperial Valley and a mobile service. Remember, Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
What do you get when you combine the fun of a day out on the golf course with the thrills of bowling a strike or two with the excitement of hitting a jackpot on your favorite slot machine? What do you get? All the fun under the sun. And that's what you'll find and more at Cocopah Casino and Resort, South Highway 95 in Somerton. Plan it all at CocopahResort.com.
Page 2 of the local news, served up by Round Table Pizza and Menchie's Frozen Yogurt, 508 East Annenberg in El Centro.
Continuing with Page 2 of local news, 9/11 memorial events are happening this weekend. Here's more on that story.
The 10th annual 9/11 Memorial and Stair Climb will be held Saturday. The event is hosted by the Imperial Valley 9/11 Stair Climb Committee. It will be held at the Imperial Valley Fairgrounds starting at 7:45 p.m. Guest speaker will be El Centro Fire Department Fire Chief Joe Bernal. The 9/11 Memorial Stair Climb is a way for the community to remember those who made the ultimate sacrifice on September 11, 2001. Each participant's climb walks the equivalent of the 110 stories of the World Trade Center, carrying the name and a photo of a fallen hero to symbolically complete their climb. Participants can register at iv911.org. Imperial Valley College will also hold a 9/11 memorial ceremony. That will be held on Monday, September 11th. It'll begin at 8:40 a.m. Monday at the flagpole in front of the IVC campus, Building 10. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Well, the El Centro Fire Department is scheduled to host an open house. Here's more on that story.
A workshop is being held.
You have plenty of time to plan for it. The open house will be held at Fire Station number 3 at 1910 North Waterman Avenue in El Centro. The event will run from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday, October the 7th. It promises to be an exciting educational event. The open house will kick off the National Fire Prevention Week from October 8th to the 14th. It is an opportunity for families, individuals, and businesses to engage with the first responders, to learn vital fire safety techniques and explore life-saving equipment that helps firefighters to serve and protect. The event will feature various activities and attractions for all ages, with live demonstrations and informative booths. It is also a chance for kids to meet Sparky, the firehouse mascot. The open house will include Safe City, which provides information to pedestrians and bicyclists about staying safe while out and around the town. Well, you can learn about elder abuse. Here's more on that story.
A workshop is being held Thursday. It's an opportunity to learn the different kinds of elder abuse. It is also an opportunity to learn the court process for filing an elder abuse restraining order. During the workshop, they will discuss domestic violence restraining orders and civil harassment restraining orders and how they differ from elder abuse restraining orders. Workshop Thursday begins at 10 a.m. and will be held in the Woman Haven thrift store on Main Street in El Centro. It's being hosted by Woman Haven. Contact Woman Haven to register to attend. For Kxo Local News, I'm George Gale.
And finally, U.S. Customs and Border Protection hosting a virtual career expo. It will be held today. The expo invites the public to apply to join the team of more than 60,000 dedicated federal workers. Interested applicants will be able to discuss entry-level and experienced law enforcement and professional career options with the CBP recruiters and attend live information sessions. More information, including times for the event, you go to cbp.gov/careers. You can also go to CBP Facebook page at U.S. Customs and Border Protection. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
Imperial Valley now has a Round Table Pizza, serving superior pizza, inspired by the honor of valor and revelry of the Knights of the Round Table. The quality and authenticity have earned them the reputation of pizza royalty. Now, for a limited time, receive a personal pizza with 6 slices, cheese, and a topping of your choice, including a 20-ounce soda for only $9.95, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Round Table Pizza, now open, next to Menchie's Frozen Yogurt, 508 East Annenberg Drive in El Centro.
Here's a weather update with Carroll Buckley.
According to the National Weather Service, dry conditions and warming temperatures are expected through the end of the week. A building area of high pressure over the weekend will lead to another period of excessive heat conditions and potentially record-breaking temperatures. Thereafter, a gradual cooling trend as well as increased storm chances are expected during the early to middle portion of next week. 98 our high yesterday, 74 the overnight low. Sunny today with a high near 100. Southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour becoming northwest. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 76. South-southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour becoming north in the evening. Thursday, sunny with a high near 104. South wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, then becoming north. And we have 75 degrees, 83% relative humidity, wind out of the west 325 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news and the weather served by Round Table Pizza and Menchie's Frozen Yogurt, 508 East Annenberg Drive in El Centro.
I'm David Goldberg. a bilingual elementary school teacher and president of the California Teachers Association. As we start a new school year, there's something new happening in California's public schools. They're called community schools, where families, students, educators, and communities are making decisions as one.
As a parent, I feel like we're really valued as partners in the education system.
Community schools are bridging the systems of academics with the community.
The curriculum is designed around the students and their academic needs.
I know community schools are working. We see it in parent involvement. We see it in student academics.
We saw double-digit gains in math, English, and reading scores.
It's a more innovative, holistic approach to educating students.
I really feel like this is the first time that we're really seeing a system change in our school.
It's innovative, fresh, and they're already working.
We invite you to learn more about community schools as we come together to reimagine public education here in California. And that's why CTA brought you this message.
It's Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Major League Baseball, the Padres shut out the Phillies 8-0. Orioles nipped the Angels 5-4 in 10 innings. Twins topped the Guardians 8-3. Brewers beat the Pirates 7-3. Rays outlasted the Red Sox 8-6 in 11 innings. Marlins beat the Dodgers 6-3. Reds edged the Mariners 7-6. Yankees won. They beat the Tigers 5-1. Mets pounded the Nationals 11-5. Cardinals over the Braves 10-6. Royals edged the White Sox 7-6. Cubs clobbered the Giants 11-8. Astros beat up on the Rangers 14-1. And it was the Rockies nipping the Diamondbacks 3-2.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
TCU linebacker Johnny Hodges said yesterday that his team's defensive performance in a 45-42 loss to Colorado was unacceptable. Hodges, last year's Big 12 Defensive Newcomer of the Year, said that, the Horned Frogs should have played better. We will have Colorado and Nebraska. Yeah, we'll have that game on AM 1230. Also, we've got Thursday night football, the NFL version. The Lions and the Chiefs will start coverage at 4:30. We also have the Southwest Eagles, Vincent Memorial Catholic High School Scots, and that'll be live on our YouTube channel starting at 6:45. We will join the game in progress on AM 1230 at the conclusion of the NFL game. Also, Friday night, it's the Imperial Tigers in Yuma to take on Gila Ridge, live on AM 1230 and also live on the KXO YouTube channel. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. Financial news and a look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. U.S. stocks are lower as higher oil prices and elevated Treasury yields continue to weigh on the market. Oil prices hit a new high for the year so far after Saudi Arabia and Russia, the world's biggest crude exporters, said they would extend output cuts by at least another 3 months. Brent crude, the global benchmark, gained 1.8% to trade above $90 a barrel, while West Texas Intermediate, the U.S. benchmark, rose by a similar margin to $87 a barrel. Right now, the Dow down 189 points at 34,451. The S&P 500 off 35 at 4,461. The NASDAQ at 13,879. That's off 142 points. Gold down $11.30 an ounce. And as I speak, oil off 17 cents a barrel. Buy now. Don't wait.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
It will be sunny today with a high near 100, winds 5 to 10 miles an hour out of the northwest. Tonight, mostly clear, a low around 76. Southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour becoming north. Thursday, sunny with a high near 104, south wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, then becoming north. And we're holding at 75 degrees. We have dropped to 79% relative humidity. Right now, wind out of the north-northwest, 3 to 5 miles an hour. And if you heard earlier, after temperatures peaking this weekend, a gradual cooling trend is in store. Financial news and a brief look at the weather, all brought to you this morning by Southwest Security Services, offering 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil, El Centro. Our morning news, starting at 7:30, is available on our YouTube channel. You can subscribe to YouTube. It is free. Today's broadcast will be posted a little bit later today. And let your friends and neighbors that live out of the valley know about it. Yeah. CBS News coming up.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO, El Centro, the Imperial Valley's.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Steve Kathan. An early September heat wave making things uncomfortable for this New York City woman with asthma.
When I come out, as soon as I take that first breath of air, I can feel it in my chest.
Some schools that just opened for the fall in several states are sending kids home early because of the high heats. Stretches down to Washington, D.C.
Today, 99. We could break yet another record. More triple-digit heats in Oklahoma, Texas, also to Louisiana.
Stephanie Abrams of the Weather Channel. Today, a UN agency reported the Northern Hemisphere baked in the hottest summer ever measured. And at the National Hurricane Center, meteorologist Richard Pash says there's action in the Atlantic. Tropical Storm Lee.
It should rapidly intensify here and become a major hurricane by the weekend.
But he says landfall is not likely for the storm. Overseas, America's top diplomat is in Ukraine. CBS's Imtiaz Tayeb is in the capital, Kyiv.
Secretary Blinken is going to announce around $1 billion in additional support for Ukraine. Around $175 million of that will be direct military support. And we have to remember that over the last 18 months, the U.S. has provided Ukraine with well over $40 billion in military aid alone.
A Russian attack today killed 16 people in a market in eastern Ukraine. Didn't take long for Alabama to respond to a federal court ruling that came down yesterday. CBS's Jim Krasula.
The state of Alabama is asking the U.S. Supreme Court to intervene after a federal appeals court panel threw out the state's latest Republican-drawn congressional redistricting map. The court found that it illegally dilutes the voting power of blacks, who make up nearly 30% of the state's population.
A new report shows that most big car makers are not doing a good job when it comes to securing vehicles from cyber attacks. Jeff Gilbert Gilbert of affiliate WWJ Detroit.
The nonprofit Mozilla Foundation says vehicles gather a lot of data on you and don't really protect it that well. Carmakers' policies, Mozilla says, don't meet minimum standards. Carmakers dispute that, saying they take their customers' privacy needs seriously.
Spanish soccer player Jenny Hermoso has formally accused the suspended head of the country's soccer federation of sexual assault for kissing her on the lips without her consent after the Women's World Cup win. Luis Rubiales could face a fine or a prison sentence of up to 4 years if found guilty. Checking Wall Street, right now the Dow is down 180 points. This is CBS News.
When you think of hiring, think of Indeed. Their end-to-end hiring system helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all in the same place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit NoTimeToWait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Now your ideas don't have to wait. Now they have everything they need to come to life. Dell Technologies and Intel are creating technology that loves ideas, loves expanding your business, evolving your passions. We push what technology can do, so great ideas can happen right now. Find out how to bring your ideas to life at Dell.com. Welcome to Now.
A commission has started the process of designing a new state flag in Minnesota.
The current Minnesota flag depicts a Native American riding off into the sunset while a white settler plows his field. The imagery suggests to many that the indigenous people were defeated. Not only do the state's Dakota and Ojibwe tribes consider that offensive, but flag experts say it's an overly complicated design. Shelley Buck, vice president of the Tribal Council in the Prairie Island Indian community, referencing the Dakota phrase from which the state gets its name.
This is important for us to identify and represent who we are as Minnesota.
The law requires the commission to submit a report with the designs to the legislature by January 1st. Minnesota is one of several states that have been redesigning flags that haven't withstood the test of time, including Utah and Mississippi. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
Air Canada has apologized to 2 women who were kicked off a flight after they complained about vomit on their seats. I'm Steve Kathan, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
He's looking for a microphone. He looks all confused. And I think if he ever gets a microphone, we'll be able to talk to him because he's waving his arms. There's been something gone wrong here for just an instant.
AM 1230 KXO. 1230.